This video will use CorelDRAW to create text and text effects. So again, you click the Windows button, type in CorelDRAW, click on Corel times 4, start a new blank document. Now, as far as text goes, there is normal text, but there's some things we can do with it. So first of all, there's the text tool is the letter A. If you click on that, you can click and you can type like normal. And if you hit enter, you can type again, and you hit enter, you can type again. Now this creates one whole block. Now you can grab it and make it bigger that way, but if you create a text box by clicking and dragging, when you type that, you can only change the size of the text box and not the size of the text. So the easiest way for you to do this is to, we'll delete this, so we click on it, delete. The easiest way to do it is to click the letter A, click, and then just start typing. And if you want to have things on different spots of the paper, you can click somewhere else and type again. That way you can then take your pick tool and move your text to wherever you want. Whereas if you did it all in one session, then the whole thing moves. Okay? So if you go ahead and take and type a name, do 4 different names. Alright, so if you have 5 different names there's some things that you can do with them. First of all, if we pick on Rockin' Rogers, if I want to make this bigger, I can just stretch it. If I want to make it taller, I can make it like that. If I double click on it, whoops, so you got to pick the pick tool and then click on it the second time. These are called skew tools, so I can skew it back and forth, or I can skew it up and down. So if I want to change that, I can. And then the ones on the corners are rotating. Okay. Now, if I go to Gronowski and I make that one bigger, the Great Gronowski, I can then take and change the font. So if I click on it, double click, and then highlight it, you'll see up here there is the fonts and the different types. As you move them, you can see that it changes the font style. So you can do whatever you want to do there. If I take Silly Sally, I can then, we can do the envelope tool. So if you click on that interactive envelope tool and click the arrow, you get to envelope, you can then take and make this bigger, like that, and distort it, like that. And then the last one, if you wanted to, if we're going to put this on, let's say we're going to put this onto a banner. So if I go into shapes, I can go to banner shapes, and I can pick the banner I want. Yeah, we'll go with that one. Now if I do this, and I grab the word Billy Goat, and bring it over here, you'll see that that's in the front, and that works okay. If it ends up in the back, if you click the Arrange button, there's an order, and you can go to back a page. Now, I don't have a fill in there, that's why that's not doing that. But what would happen is if this was filled, let's just say I put it in with white, Billy Goat would go away. Now if I click on this and then I go to Arrange and order it to back of page, then the Billy Goat would come on front. Okay, so there's different things you can do. When we work with the plexiglass and the light box, we don't do any color, so everything should be black and white. Otherwise, we could do color. So that's basically some things with text and what you can do with text. Now, the other thing that we're going to work with is your special effects. There's a couple things in there. If you want to do things like bubbles and stuff like that, you can. But over here in this freehand tool, there's an artistic media button. And up on the top, if you go to Tools, sorry, it's not Tools, it is artistic media, effects, and then artistic media. You'll see some stuff over here that you can work with. So if you wanted to have things like maybe footprints or these people or whatever, but if you're on the artistic media tool right here and I drew something, I have to come back over here with it selected and I can change that to feet, or I can change it to, I don't know what those are, ghosts and mushrooms, whatever you want. The problem with that is we can't have color, so what we have to do is go up to bitmaps, convert to bitmap, and then change that to a grayscale. And that's how we're going to get our pictures to come out in black and white, and that's what the laser sees. So you could use those artistic media tools for that. And that is it for this video.